Hey, welcome in. This is Lighthouse Tapestry. I'm Wendy, and this is your daily thread. So, hey, hello, welcome in. I haven't been on the channel in like 2 weeks because I've been sick, and one of the worst illnesses I've had in years. Had a really horrible, crunchy voice, so I was not fit to be on camera, and you wouldn't have understood a word I said anyway, and I would have sounded really scary if you had. So glad to be feeling better, but there's still a little bit of the kind of the phlegmy stuff in my throat. So excuse me if I cough or have to pause or am taking a sip of tea every now and again to kind of keep things loose. So, all right. I I know a lot's been going on. I know we had the new moon and everything, and with relationships and things are changing. We're wanting to manifest and bring things in. I'm sorry I don't have any announcements set, but I'm sure if you're watching the other videos on this channel that you'll get some updates in there. I apologize for not having them here today, but bear with me. Okay, so I used the Enchanted Map Oracle deck and the Light Seers Tarot for today's reading. And the first card that I pulled is just to see kind of like where are we at. And I pull cards. I get messages from Spirit, and this is for the collective. So if it resonates for you, it's for you, and if it doesn't, then it may be a message for someone else. Okay, so take what resonates. And here we go. So the first card is details. It's a 43, so it's a 7. Lots of changes, right? Lots of possibilities. So let me see what this says here. So the most powerful patterns are created within the tiniest details. Pay attention. This is the time to be aware of the fine print in all areas of your life. Look at the details and leave the broad strokes for another time. When this card appears in a reading, it's a sign to finesse a project, make small but meaningful gestures, or add a personal touch to your correspondence. Be aware that what you need to know lies in the details. If you're entering into an agreement of any kind, pay attention. Pay attention to them before, not after, when it's too late. Clarity and transparency are key. You can gain great understanding by observing the minute body language, offhand remarks, and fleeting facial expressions that reveal the larger picture. Okay, I'm also getting this with with relationships. Definitely, if you're there's also been a lot of people coming back, right? Kind of coming back into the picture, wanting to reconnect. Now's a really good time to kind of pay attention to those things that either attracted you to them or repelled you from them, right? And really just kind of pick apart a little bit, analyze it, look at it, see it for what it really is or was, right? Before just jumping in and making a decision. Really good time to do that, right? Okay, so why this is happening right now? We have the 7 of Pentacles because we've been going through this process of change, right? Constant change. And so now you're being presented with multiple variables, multiple paths, different choices are lying ahead of you. And I know that Pentacles is earth energy. So, some of these choices are going to be very grounded, but I'm also getting that there's a lot of people coming in, people coming back around, and you're needing to make a choice. So if you've been in kind of a, maybe you've been in kind of a dry spell up till now, and now you've got people wanting to come back and kind of see if a spark is still there. So you really wanted to pay attention to those details and analyze what's going on. What is it you really want? What are the motivations for this person coming around? What are my motivations if I want to talk to them or not? think about those things. Okay. For next steps, we have the Eight of Cups. So at some point, you're going to have to walk away from somebody. You're going to have to leave something behind, whether it's a person, a relationship, or even just a way of being. And with this being cups, it makes me really think about how you are in relationships. So if you've noticed that you tend to be a certain way or have certain patterns when you're in relationships or something, maybe you need to be walking away from that and change the way you've been doing things, the way you've been communicating in relationships, your expectations maybe, or sometimes it's just literally walking away from that person. Sometimes you need to be able to have that closure, especially, if they're coming back around. This can be an opportunity for you to be like, you know what, you had your chance. I'm done. I'm going to be the one walking away this time. And that lets you kind of be more in control there, right? And I wanted to pull a little clarifier card, so bear with me for this Eight of Cups. And okay, some cards just flew right out. So let's see what they are. So, okay, so there's Four of Swords popped out. Self-care. This is part of your self-care and taking care of yourself, right? Having healthy boundaries, being able to walk away, being able to draw that line in the sand, right? You have the Hermit. There's that earth energy again, that Virgo, looking into your inner self. What is it that you really want, right? What is really guiding you, right? Queen of Cups, taking care of yourself, being loving yourself, right? That's that Queen of Cups. Have that love for yourself, self-love, self-care. Here we go. And we have the Lover's card. Oh boy. All right. So sometimes you need to be able to walk away from something else to allow what is more important and what is much better for you to come in, right? Yeah. So this is an important step, being able to walk away from either like I said, a bad cycle of behavior, or away from the person or the relationship. So whatever needs to go, you need to be able to make that choice, have that boundary for your own sake, for your own self-care, for your own peace of mind, for your greatest and highest good, for this beautiful lover's energy that wants to come in. Okay. So what you don't see coming, Knight of Cups. So there is this relationship, and I think, man, that Lover's card just really boosted that. So with this Knight of Cups energy, there's definitely a new relationship possibility. There is a new version of yourself out there wanting to connect, right? So how we are a different person within each relationship that we are in, right? Because it's creating a balance. It's a dichotomy, right? Of having that balance between each other. So there's this new, fresh, beautiful energy that wants to come in, and even though it's new, it is a bit more mature, because you know what, you've been through a lot of stuff. You've been around the block. You've learned some lessons, right? That's why you were able to have this Eight of Cups energy and walk away, right? From what was no longer serving you, what was no longer good for you, right? So this is going to be allowing that good, healthy, more balanced relationship to come in. Beautiful, holding that space. All right, so the last card, this is final advice from Spirit. We have Goblins. That's a 5 card. Again, 5s are change. So, change is the one constant that we have, right? And let's see what this says. So fear is an illusion. Choose love today. Forgive yourself and others. Goblins are born when you're wounded and something essential is lost in that experience. From that point on, as you forget your wholeness, they remain with you in the shadows. There, they remind you of what brought them into being by mimicking your own voice, tricking you into believing that you're unworthy, victimized, or unlovable. They hold you hostage through low self-worth, self-sabotage, and the feeling that you're lacking what you need. If goblins pay you a visit, know that they represent the shadow of your own self or someone else's, and that they're leading you into a potentially reactive situation. The Goblin's card's appearance is an opportunity for growth, however, and a signal that you must love yourself. No human is without flaws. The Goblin's message is that you must release resentments and negative self-talk. Within you is the spark of the divine. Ask Spirit to help heal you. Miracles can and do happen, and let go of the negativity. Love that. So a lot of times in going through this Eight of Cups energy where we're leaving something behind, that's when these goblins kind of creep in, right, in the shadows. And that's when we have those self-doubts. Our fears come out, and it can really creep up on you, and you can sometimes not even really be aware that that's what it is. But then, so when you're feeling that insecurity, that self-doubt, that, you know, really being unsure about drawing that line in the sand and taking that next step for your own grace and highest good, you know, it's just that fear. Okay. But you can release it. You can let go of it, especially if you become aware of it, then, and you can recognize it. It's much easier to talk yourself down and be like, okay, you know what? That's an irrational fear. And I've already worked through that. So I need to go ahead and let that go and release that. We all need those reminders every now and again, right? And then when you can release that, that's when you can really, you know, accept and dive in and allow this new, beautiful, beautiful love to come in, right? And it starts with you. You need to love yourself and know that you are deserving and you are worthy. And then that, when that raises your vibration because you realize you are in a good place, then it really attracts this other energy in to you, right? So two wholes meeting together. Beautiful. Love it. Love it. Love that energy. Okay. So I hope that this message resonated for you. If you like this message, please share it with others and, you know, like, comment, subscribe. We're trying to build this community. You know, we moved our channel over, and we're just so excited to be here and to share all of this with you guys. So can't wait to see you guys next time. Oh, we will have our live Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, I believe. So be sure to join us there, and you could possibly get a card pull from one of us, or runes, or a channeled message, just depending on who's there. So come and join us, check it out. Love to see you there. All right, take care.